Keep on telling lies to my face. Keep on telling lies to my face. Keep on telling lies. Keep on telling lies. Keep on telling lies to my face. I know you ain't mine anyway. I put hella racks in your face. Stupid swag, I'll be okay.
Hey. Yeah, what's up, chat? How y'all doing, gang? But we got some shit, huh? I missed on some stuff, huh?
This is a lifelong smart exclusive.
Fuck all these bitches and die. Fuck all these bitches and die. I'm off a swagger like my leg. A hand in my tanner like my yeah. These bitches won't grip on my back. And now she show us a dot. And now she show us a product. Yeah, it's leaning no pina colada.
All too much be having no bodies. All touching on where they gon' body. You ain't hear the fussy demolished. I put up a touch on a monster. Yeah, a mama gon' need a whole lot. She spread a meter done done. Okay, I'm giving my haters a price. Let's go. They tired me granny and daughter. Just don't get put in the box. I put in my dick in the box. Get these hoe wetter than mine. My bitch look shoot up my box. Don't say a word to a cop. Don't say a word to my box.
What about stream sound?
And now the roof gone while I
For the butt nigga dish. They fucking CC for some dish. I pay him, man, watch on my dish. Hey, bro, a nigga blow it out sending. My niggas blow this block to do. This bitch I feel like to do.
That was good, though. I go up and up to the Macone. I go up and up to the Macone. Fuck all these bitches and die. I want to go with that. I want to go with that.
I smell good vodka, she all on a nigga like yeah. I ain't need to shoot on set. Yeah, I turned up cause you made me mad.
Bounce.
Don't satisfy me no more.
Bounce. Alright, chat. Fuck all the talking, Bill. We back in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Still in the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Daddy? How you doing, gang? How you doing, Daddy? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? We just, you know what I'm saying? We getting nice and
I saw your eyes, I locked to.
I can lose you. I ain't trying to choose. I like choosing. I ain't gonna lie. I like this song more than Shade Son. You know what I'm saying? This is the original. I fuck with this. Look at me. And it's the only song that I fuck with by 2 Hours. I ain't gonna lie. This is the only one I know. The only one I ever listened to for real.
Come here. Necklace pearl, whisper slow in your ear.
Let me get some buyouts. Let me get a buyout in the chat. Hey, but look though, besides the music, man, Stu, what did you go and do? Well, your boys went and seen the Odyssey in IMAX. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Stu went and seen. The name of the song is called "Girl" by 2 Hours. But your boy went and seen the Odyssey, chat, and oh my goodness, never have I ever wanted a movie to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I never thought I would want a movie to keep going. Like, I know it's like 2 hours, almost 3 hours long, but like, honestly, bruh, hey, at one point I was on the edge of my seat. You know what I'm saying? I was on the edge of my seat. That movie, it made me think about when I have my own family and we have movie nights and like we get to watch that movie. You know what I'm saying? I will sit there and I will run 30 minutes of ads just so everybody can get together, get ready to watch this and experience this movie. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, Christopher Nolan, you did your big one. You deserve a big buyout for that. You know what I'm saying? You deserve your flowers for that movie. You know what I'm saying? The visuals was amazing. Tom Holland, Telemachus, you're a great Telemachus. You know what I'm saying? But you was a good Odysseus. You know what I'm saying? You know, seen Odyssey. haven't seen the Odyssey, I recommend you go see the Odyssey. And honestly, I might gotta go take a trip to a state, a city, whatever it is. They got a 70mm. You know what I'm saying? IMAX. Because shit, I want to see how it's meant to be seen. If I'm being honest with you, I want to see how it's meant to be seen because that's a damn good movie. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. And this what pissed me off about the movie. You know what I'm saying? And we can go look this up, right? The Odyssey. Because in the movie, this one motherfucker, right? In the movie, this one person, he was like on the level of fucking Jinwoo from Solo. That level, okay? And I think we all know who I'm talking about. And I am talking about this person right here. King Agamemnon. Okay? King Agamemnon. Right? This dude was gone by this movie, right? I was very pissed off. Because, bro, hey. It's like they just got another Drake from Drake and Josh. You know what I'm saying? To play this nigga. Cause I'm thinking this nigga gonna be like The Rock or something. No, this nigga's not The Rock. This is this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga is this big, powerful king. And then now I'm looking at a fucking Benny. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I'm thinking you about to be built like The Rock. Like, you about to be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, this nigga's Drake from Drake and Josh. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? Am I tripping? I gotta let me know if I'm tripping. But other than that, the movie was really good. The Odyssey, is very good. I want to go see it again. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, if you haven't gone to see the Odyssey, I think that you should go see the Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? They did a really good job on that movie. They did a stellar job on that movie. Okay, that's what I should say. I should say they did a stellar job on that movie. Okay. Now, a lot of people tonight are going to see another movie. So if people are not in this motherfucking stream, it's because they're going to see another motherfucking movie because they got advance tickets to the goddamn movie. Well, haha, fuck you, because I got tickets to go see this movie tomorrow. So right now on stream, okay, me and Helmet Mob, or I should say Helmet Mob and I, you know what I'm saying, big bye out for Helmet Mob, you know what I'm saying, we now have the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to prepare ourselves and get ready, you know what I'm saying, for Spider-Man brand new day. Dun dun dun. Yes, sir. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
We did your homework for Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's not just 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies you gotta catch up on. It's 14 Marvel movies, over 60 TV episodes, and 1 Disney Plus special presentation. And we are gonna recap all of it for you in this many minutes. I'm Eric Boss of the New Rockstar Scene, and we are gonna recap all of it for you in this many minutes.
31 minutes.
The New Rockstar Scene into Spider-Man Brand New Day. The full MCU history of Peter Parker.
And this is great for a nigga like me because I don't know shit, bro.
And the Mutant Saga. Let's take this character by character, starting with Tom Holland's character and his MCU history. Leading was Peter Parker while getting donuts a few Decembers ago, but now he's claiming his name is Maynard and he lives across the hall. We must temporarily undo the runes of Cop Call to even remember his history. Ah, there we go.
Man, that's
Peter Parker's
crazy.
MCU story technically begins right here.
Ouch.
is technically August 10th, 2001 in the MCU timeline, according to his passport close-up that we saw in a deleted scene for Spider-Man Far From Home. It's very, very sad if true. Actually, they picked the date of
Who just can't get right. Like, you know,
if true.
look at this stuff. ID picture, right? Just like a bad, like, Peter Parker would definitely take an ID photo.
Because that day in 1962 was Spider-Man's comic publishing debut in Amazing.
Nice work, kid.
Iron Man 2. The year is 2011 in the MCU timeline, and a 10-year-old Peter Parker attends the Stark Expo during the events of Iron Man 2, when longtime enemy of the Stark family, Ivan Vanko, aka Whiplash, attacks by turning Justin Hammer's armor remote-operated weapons. Iron Man saves this kid wearing an Iron Man mask, who was later retconned to be a 10-year-old Peter Parker, according to Tom Holland. 17. But at the time, the kid was actually played by Max Favreau, director Jon Favreau.
Yeah, that's Peter Parker. I never knew that. Damn. That's Peter Parker. Before he was before we even knew he was Peter Parker. Bro.
Bros' son. But right here is the first time Peter Parker meets Iron Man in MCU history, and it's why Peter included a shot of the World's Fair globe in Flushing in Holmes. The Battle of New York.
That makes sense. That makes so much sense.
In 2012 was an eventful moment for all MCU characters, particularly in the New York area, and we will revisit it from Bruce's point of view in a bit, but for Peter Parker, it was the aftermath of this battle in the damaged Grand Central Station where Hulk and Thor downed a Chitauri Leviathan, followed by Hulk punching Thor out of frame, where in the opening scene of 2017 Spider-Man Homecoming, a crew led by Adrian Toomes salvages Chitauri tech before getting shut down by the Department of Damage Control, aka the DODC. We will come back to this, but on to 2016, Captain America Civil War. The Avengers are divided over the Sokovia Accords and over Steve Rogers' defense over his friend, the Winter Soldier Bucky Barnes, and things escalate from there. So Tony Stark recruits to his side of the conflict Peter Parker, a kid from Queens whose spider abilities and street by the spiders sometime in late 2015. We still don't know what that spider bite looks like or how it went down, but in this scene, Peter tells this to Tony.
Look, when you can do the things that I can, but you don't, and then the bad things happen, they happen because of you.
At the time, this seems like paraphrasing of the with great power comes
favorite characters growing up.
Sure.
If not my favorite. And what I related to was this feeling the pressure of and the sense of loss in your life in a way that would keep the spirit that we wanted and what Tom Holland is as an actor than if he blamed himself for his Uncle Ben's death. I think he's a very different character. So in our minds, no, he wasn't responsible for Uncle Ben's death, and that would have been a different interpretation, a more intense interpretation of the character.
Fly Peter Parker to Berlin and equip him with a new Spider-Man suit armed with Stark tech. Peter snatches Captain America's shield, really pisses off Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes, and comes up with an Empire Strikes Back inspired solution to bring down giant-sized Scott Lang by tripping him up with webbing. Captain America Steve Rogers ends up pinning Peter Parker but leaves him okay, and at the end of this airport battle, Tony Stark sidelines Peter from there forward. Which brings us on to Spider-Man Homecoming. So after the 2012 prologue scene, we jump ahead to Peter's perspective of the Civil War action that he'll be. And then we jump ahead to pining after Liz Allen and being part of the academic decathlon team with these two and MJ. What do we have at our merch store?
Buyouts for Ned. Buyouts for it.
And I'm designed at nerdriot.shop, and it supports directly what we do here at New Rockstars. Throughout Homecoming, Peter interferes with the criminal dealings of Adrian Toomes' for whom Toomes and his Tinkerer.
Yes, I do remember all this. Y'all remember all this shit? Y'all remember? Hey, if you remember, say I remember in chat. Say I remember if you remember chat.
There still is a Miles Morales somewhere in the MCU. Peter interfering with a sale on the Staten
Hey,
Island
it's me. They waiting on me.
So Tony Stark confiscates the suit.
Chat,
Peter
put me
ends
up so I
taking
become
Liz Allen
Miles.
Homecoming and realizes her father is Adrian Toomes. Toomes figures out who Peter is on the car ride and terrifies the kid. Also throughout this state shown in 2015's Avengers Age of Ultron, introducing for the first time this whole mystery of Avengers Tower's sale to some unknown buyer. Toomes tried to hijack a jet carrying the last of it. Peter stops Toomes in his own homemade suit. Tony shows Peter Avengers Campus and offers him an Iron Spider armored suit, and there was going to be a press conference with Pepper Potts. Toomes ends up in Rikers with Matt Gargan, who promises to one day put
y'all remember check y'all remember
in the Morbius film. We'll see that Adrian Toomes gets Tobias universe. On to Avengers Infinity War. It's now spring of 2018. A Q ship is in a Central Park, and when Doctor Strange gets taken by Ebony Maw, Peter follows on the Q ship. Tony equips the kid with the Iron Spider armor to help Peter breathe in the high altitude. Tony, Peter, and Strange end up on Titan, joined by Peter Quill, Drax, and Mantis, and they nearly get the Infinity Gauntlet off of Thanos' hand, but Peter Quill punches Thanos out of Mantis' trance when he learned that the Mad Titan killed Gamora. Thanos gets the Time Stone. On to Avengers Endgame. This blip period lasts for over 5 years, and we're now in October of 2023. Tony Stark, inspired by a photo of himself with Peter Parker, gives another crack to unlocking time travel and succeeds. Quill and Mantis back on Titan. They come through a sling ring portal to join the Battle of Earth. During this battle, Peter reunites Gauntlet on an attempted rugby try to the quantum tunnel in the Ant-Van. Peter takes his turn until he has to hand it off to Carol Danvers. Not survived this, Peter mourns his old mentor and attends the funeral. Spider-Man Far From Home. It's now summer 2024. The Midtown Morning News report in this movie officially coins the term the blip, and now
It's crazy how like I'm just absolutely fucking locked. I'm absolutely fucking dialed in right now. Absolutely fucking dialed.
younger students like Brad Davis are 5 years older. Peter's academic decathlon team goes on a summer trip to Europe, while around the world, attacks from elemental monsters are being stopped by Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio. Nick Fury finds Peter in Venice and gives him the high-tech sunglasses that Tony Stark left to Peter in his will, called Edith, for Even Dead I'm the Hero. These glasses give Peter access to people's private devices and control over a fleet of drones. Peter gets MJ a Black Dahlia necklace, and MJ figures out that Peter is Spider-Man. Peter and Mysterio stop a water elemental in Venice and a fire elemental in Prague, but after that battle, Peter gives the Edith glasses to Mysterio, not trusting himself to hold them, and we learn that Quentin Beck is actually a con man, a former Stark employee, the one who invented the holographic barf technology seen in Captain America Civil War, with a whole team of other disaffected Stark employees who created the Mysterio identity and the elementals using drones and illusion tech in order to get the Edith glasses from Peter and make Mysterio a new Avenger to fill the void left by Iron Man. And throughout this movie, members of this team were stalking Peter in the background. Beck terrorizes Peter in Berlin. Throughout this movie, members of this team were stalking Peter in the background. Beck terrorizes Peter in Berlin with a hallucinatory attack. Peter regains his senses in the Netherlands and builds a new suit to stop Team Mysterio's attack on Tower Bridge in London. Beck appears to die, but we don't know for sure. Back in New York City, Peter and MJ are now dating. J.K. Simmons appears as J. Jonah Jameson with doctored footage supplied by Team Mysterio, claiming that Spider-Man was behind those attacks and that Spider-Man is a kid named Peter Parker. And we learn that Nick Fury and Maria Hill in this movie were actually Skrulls, Talos and Sorin. On to Spider-Man No Way Home. Peter, Ned, MJ, and Happy Hogan face legal scrutiny from the DODC, which is now led by Agent Cleary, as the agency now confiscates all of the Stark tech. Matt Murdock takes on Peter as a client and gets his charges dropped, but the scandal
Daredevil.
stops the three kids from getting into MIT. Peter asks Doctor Strange for help with the spell to make the world forget he's Spider-Man. Since the events of Endgame, Wong has now become the Sorcerer Supreme, and Strange suggests the Runes of Kafkal, a memory wipe spell that he and other sorcerers of Kamar-Taj have used at least once before. As Doctor Strange starts to do this spell, Peter keeps making exceptions for those closest to him to still remember who he is, and that causes the spell to go awry, glitching and bringing in multiverse men from other movie universes that we've seen before. From the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man universe, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and Sandman, and from the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man universe, Electro and Lizard, and though we don't see them until later, Eddie Brock Venom from his universe, and of course the Tobey and Andrew Peters themselves. Peter and the others capture Doc Ock and the Lizard, but Norman Osborn appeals to Aunt May as a confused, misunderstood man. So Peter and Strange argue over whether it's humane to send them back to their deaths and their universes. Peter takes Strange's Machina de Cadavis box and battles Strange in the mirror dimension, where we learn that Peter can use his spidey sense to control his physical body from the astral plane. Peter traps Strange in the mirror dimension while he tries to help these multiverse men by giving them specific antidotes to cure their evil. But Norman Osborn's true goblin evil comes out and attacks, killing Aunt May with a pumpkin grenade and his glider, but not before Aunt May drops the big line.
We have power, and with great power, there must also come great
responsibility.
sorcerer abilities, uses a sling, and these three Peters plus Ned and MJ come up with a way to undo what ails each of the multiverse men. They all fight at the Statue of Liberty in a battle of callbacks and reunions. Spell, they send all of these redeemed multiverse men back to their home realities. But for the multiverse rifts so that he can complete his I love you back to her. Everyone forgets that Spider-Man is Peter Parker and forgets the name Peter Parker, with physical and digital reality even warping in a specific way to erase any record of Peter's existence. Actually, the movie's digital release bonus post-credit scene gave us various photo examples of Midtown High School memory photos where Peter is just conveniently obscured or facing away. MJ and Ned are now headed to MIT, and Peter nearly gives MJ a letter telling her everything, and they've never heard of the name Peter Parker. 2. Any physical or digital evidence of Peter's existence has been erased or warped in creative ways to justify his memory alteration. 3. This spell only seems to apply to characters in the 616 universe of the MCU. That includes everything. You could logically deduce that the one piece of Venom goo left behind on the bar top in the post-credit scene could be that one entity, since all Venom variants share hive knowledge across universes. But it could also refer to Sadie Sink's character in this movie, who seems to have telepathic powers that would either drones to try to capture Kamala Khan and her cousin. In the 2022 She-Hulk series, we learn that the DoDC has a supermax prison in Yucca Valley, California, where highly powered enhanced persons like Emil Blonsky, aka Abomination, are kept. In the 2026 Wonder Man series, the DoDC and Agent Cleary were investigating violations to the Doorman Clause, which is a prohibition of enhanced persons working in Hollywood productions after the portal powers of DeMar Doorman Davis got Josh Gad, yes, the Josh Gad, trapped in the dark dimension. Seems to be hunting Sadie Sink's escaped enhanced person who has the powers of consciousness hopping, among other powers. William Metzger is an anti-mutant character in the Marvel Comics, so we are all assuming that the DoDC is now going to be a mutant hunting organization in the MCU. We know that after a big movie like Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out and you want answers, you come to New Rockstars because you know you can trust us. Trusting the sources you get your news from is important, but it's not always so easy. That's why we're dive deep into member between now and Pro app using the link below. From there, you can create a free account today and lock in a full year of premium access for just $79.90, saving you $75 when compared to paying monthly. If you haven't downloaded the Straight Arrow app yet, now's the saving you lock in. Become a member between now and the launch of Straight Arrow's premium subscription and discount member on stories that matter to Ruffalo's Bruce Banner. He's also going to be a big part of this movie, and let's quickly track his MCU history. Starting with the Incredible Hulk. Back when Bruce Banner was played by Edward Norton, Bruce worked for Thaddeus Ross in the US military super soldier program and got blasted with gamma radiation that resulted in him hulking out whenever he got too angry. He now works at a bottling plant. Over for the role of Bruce Banner. Bruce is over for the role of Bruce Banner. Bruce is found by Natasha and forced to join the Avenger Initiative on film, but it does show how dark things have gotten for Bruce. Bruce uses his spectrometers to help them track Loki's movements with the Tesseract. And when Loki gets arrested, the Mind Stone and Loki's scepter through the helicarrier and fights Thor. He leaps off of the helicarrier on. He says, "That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry." Hulk. He says, "That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry." Hulk. It's Norsa. The Avenger Tasha on a sun's getting real low. Norsa. The Avenger Tasha on a sun's getting real low maneuver to calm himself down. He joins the other.
Mierda, dog, come on. And they not gonna let me skip this shit either, chat. This some stupid ass shit too. How they not gonna let me skip this shit, chat? Really? Like, I'm telling you.
Tron's army of sentries in Sokovia. He ends up leaving the planet on a Quinjet. Bringing us to Thor Ragnarok. We find out Hulk took the Quinjet to planet on a Quinjet. Bringing us to Thor Ragnarok. We find out Hulk took the Quinjet to planet Sakaar, where he stayed in Hulk human Banner form. Banner has no memory of when Hulk was at the wheel. Banner joins Thor's Revengers to fight Hela on Asgard. Hulk beats Hela's Wolf Fenris and joins the other Asgardian refugees on the Statesman as they watch Asgard be destroyed. Onto Avengers Infinity War. On the Statesman, Thanos beats Hulk in a submission in a raw knuckle fight. Heimdall sends Hulk to Earth with the Bifrost, and Banner crashes into the Sanctum Sanctorum where he warns Strange and Wong that Thanos is coming. Banner throughout this movie struggles to activate his Hulk form, crosses paths with Spider-Man. In removing Vision's Mind Stone, Bruce suits up with the Hulkbuster armor and successfully defeats Cull Obsidian, but is one of the survivors left after the snap. Onto Avengers Endgame, Banner joins the other Avengers to find Thanos in the Garden Planet, where Thanos had already used the stones to destroy those stones. 5 years after this, Banner has become Smart Hulk.
18 months in a gamble lab. I put the brains and the brawn together. And now look at me. Best of both worlds.
12 during the Battle of New York and learns this about displacing Infinity Stones from the timeline.
The Infinity... Now, this may benefit your reality. Darkness, our world...
And helps defeat Thanos' forces and sends Steve Rogers back through the quantum tunnel to return the 6 stones from where and when they took them. Onto Smart Hulk form, and back in the Smart Hulk form, Bruce tests Jen's abilities and helps train her. We finally get some thunderclaps again. Bruce heads back to the planet. Our man is shredded and terrifying. You do not want to butted heads with Red over whether or not to use lethal force against the criminals they were apprehending. Matt Murdock defended Frank Castle. Frank deduced that Matt was Daredevil during that trial. Frank went away to prison and survived a prison riot started by that Frank could kill all of Fisk's crime boss rivals. This version of Punisher was explored further in his own spin-off series. In Punisher Season 1, we learned that Frank was a Marist, was crossfire among criminal gangs like the Kitchen Irish, the Dogs of Hell, and the Mexican Cartel. And we learn later the new cheese too. A sting operation gone wrong from corrupt DA Samantha Reyes. But in truth, it was a planned hit on Frank and his family by Rollins and Frank's former CEO, Colonel Schoonover, aka Blacksmith. Frank teams up with Micro, a hacker played by the future Green, and the Black Ops team. Billy Russo comes into the narrative as someone who secretly worked with Rollins during the killing of Frank's family. Frank gets his vengeance on Russo too, giving him the scars that will make him Jigsaw and eventually kills him. By the end of season 2, Frank embraces his Skull moniker and continues unleashing violent vengeance on the deadly criminals in the New York underworld. Several years later, in Daredevil Born Again season 1, Matt Murdock tracks down the bullet casing of the shot that killed Hector Ayala, the White Tiger, that was marked. In this conversation with Matt, Frank confesses this.
Every time I start moving, I still hear my little boy. I see him. A brand new ride awaits.
That's gonna piss me off every time, Jay.
I'm dirty.
H joins up with them and they get cleaned up in Frank's hideout. And while Matt and Karen go to investigate the legality of the Red Hook Freeport that Foggy Nelson had been looking up, the research that had caused Vanessa Fisk to send Bullseye to go kill Foggy, Frank goes directly.
But I ain't know all this shit happened with the Punisher. Then he need to go punish some bitches. That's what he need to go do. I'm about to punish him.
Gets arrested, caged in Fisk's Punisher one last kill special. Save a family at a nearby bodega, including this little girl who reminds him of his daughter Lisa. In Spider-Man Brand New Day, we're gonna see Frank drive his battle van.
Alright, Odysseus.
Sleep on his boat, the Golden Girl, and be unafraid as he teams up with Peter to fight off the Hulk using a shotgun. It has also been soft confirmed by Kevin Feige that Yelena Belova will appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So let's Dreykov takes Natasha and Yelena into the Red Room to become Black Widow agents. In 2016, right after the events of Civil War, when Natasha is still a fugitive on the run, Yelena breathes in an antidote that liberates her from the Black Widow mind control. She teams up with Natasha as they're pursued by Taskmaster. They reunite with Alexei and Melina and find the Red Room floating command center where Taskmaster is revealed to be Antonia Dreykov, Dreykov's daughter, someone Natasha thought she had killed by accident. Natasha antidotes all of the widows in this facility. Yelena kills General Dreykov in a very bad VFX shot. The Red Room crashes and Yelena goes off with the other liberated widows around the world. In this movie's post-credit scene, at Natasha's grave, Val recruits Yelena to kill Clint Barton, whom they blame for Natasha's death during the events of Endgame. In the eats sriracha mac and cheese while looking for Clint, and while trying to kill Clint, Clint ends up apologizing for what happened with Natasha, and Yelena forgives him. Onto Thunderbolts. Yelena has been working for Val's Ox Group, a shadowy organization that Val was supposed to have divested from now that she's the CIA director in the MCU. Val's Project Sentry experimented on addicts with super soldier serum and got lucky with Bob Reynolds. So now Val tries to have Yelena, John Walker, Ghost, Taskmaster, and Bob all kill each other off. Val gets her hands on Bob and rebrands him as the Sentry, and we learn that Val is the new owner of Lose. Sentry covers New York City in darkness as he sends people into their voids, a kind of shame memory prison that for Yelena forces her to relive her Red Room memory prison that for Yelena forces her to relive her Red Room trauma. The Thunderbolts stop this and save Bob with a group hug. Val introduces
Fuck your group hug, nigga. Group hug gonna save me. And fuck that hug. Suck my dick.
And they see the Fantastic Four ship arriving in this universe. The recent Doomsday trailer confirmed that on that ship are the Fantastic Four, plus Thor, plus also potentially Steve Rogers and an unmasked victim. We think the early scenes of the movie will be set a few months after No Way Home ends, and then a montage will show Peter as a hero in New York City for the 4 years that Ned and MJ are at MIT. And then the rest of the movie will take place after they've graduated from MIT and have returned to New York City, where Peter Parker will attend a housewarming party claiming to be a guy named Maynard who lives across the hall. And Ned has a Spidey Tracker app. Kevin Feige has confirmed that Brand New Day takes place before Avengers Doomsday, but it may also take...
What the fuck happened to my quality just now? What the hell?
place before the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts, when Yelena is already talking about a huge space crisis in Earth's orbit, probably referring to the incursion countdown that we see them all talking about in the Doomsday trailer. Peter in this movie is a student at Empire State University, where it covers Scorpion, Tarantula, Boomerang, Ramrod, and the Hand. We also know that Tombstone will appear in this movie. Keith David will also be playing some mystery role. The biggest mystery going into this film is Sadie Sink's character. The film's marketing is leaving it a complete mystery, even leading into the mystery with Sadie Sink in media spots.
I can confirm I am not Spider-Man. Second, I can confirm I am not Aunt May. And third, I can definitely confirm that I am in this movie.
But we know her character is a kind of telepathic mind control power that can hop from person to person, and that she's being chased by an anti-mutant authority from the comics, and that her character will return in Avengers Secret Wars. That has made us strongly suspect that she is the mutant Jean Grey. But I still think there's a 10% chance that she's a different character like Madeline Pryor, Jean Grey's clone, Rachel Summers, Cyclops, and Jean.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about y'all, but I know about with the guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. After this video, I am ready. I am prepared to go check out Spider-Man Brand New Day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys are ready to check it out. And I think it's going to be a good movie, man. I think it's going to be a good movie, man. And now, you know what I'm saying? On to the next, you know what I'm saying? YouTube. You know, we're already live on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? We're also live on Twitch at DCounterStewart. And we're also live over on Twitter, Big Bio for Twitter chat. You know what I'm saying? We're also live on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? And my boy Xavier said that Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate has a problem. And so without further ado, Xavier is about to educate us on why these motherfuckers got a problem, all right? Let's get right
so Andrew Tate had a problem, right?
Ooh, yes. Say it again.
And
he got a girl with a two. Oh, this is just juicy. Hey, you know, Xavier, you know exactly what you do. She is already the perfect piece. She talking about, ooh, yes. Ooh. Okay, I see y'all.
Andrew Tate had a problem for the people in the back. Look, man, this guy sucks. Okay, this guy like really, really sucks. You know, Andrew Tate and his brother are these, I'm gonna say quote unquote influencers. Okay, and you know they're really like snake oil salesmen in a sense. Okay, they sold young men a dream, and they were probably the people to do this, saying you got to man up. They get a massive following behind them, and then they start shelling money from this following, basically saying, look, you know, if you pay me, I'll teach you how to be a man. But in Andrew Tate's words, how he got his fortune to start was all the stuff he starts saying on camera, because he's very open about it. He's saying, look, I got my fortune by getting young women, and I would make them an account, they would do videos, and then I would get most of the money from the videos, and I wouldn't let them leave. No, you can't let them leave. You can't. And he said on top, no, you can't let them leave. You can't. And he said on top of that, and he's saying this with a smug tone, he's like I would have their passwords and I would have their usernames, okay? Because I would sign in for them, because if they got access to their own account, sometimes they would just leave. I've had a girl do that before. She just got her own account, and I had this other girl, she got her password and she started typing in her own account. So I go in her room and I just mess up her room. I jack up her room and tell her, I know what you did, you know? We would keep them there, and we would keep them basically baited by watching Netflix with them. If you don't know what that means, look in the comments. Okay, what does that sound like to you? What's the whole song? Another word for it. It's called Traffic, right? And he's saying, I miss doing that. I miss that, because that was a... No. He
sucks.
He's saying all of this just openly. I can't sing her for 6 years. And so...
6 years?
You've been dating her for 6 years. Let's do the math real quick. Ooh. It's a number I can't say on, it's a number I can't say here.
Oh, okay. I hate this guy.
This is one out of like 20 things he said on, he's saying blatantly, I love girls that flow in this age range. Oh, yes. He's saying this, okay? Excuse my fury if you hear some of it, man. So the Romanian government comes down and says, hey, look, we're just going to arrest you for all these things that you did. And the thing about Andrew Tate and his brother,
Lock together,
said
bitch ass nigga.
he influenced the Romanian government. Andrew and Tristan Tate. Tristan is his brother. Was a huge fan, or is a huge fan of Andrew Tate.
Daddy.
Daddy. But Daddy, they arrested my favorite influencers. Oh,
Loser.
Andrew and Tristan Tate, they leave their arrest. The United Kingdom comes out with a storm of charges against Andrew and his brother right after the Romanian charges, right? Romanian charges, there's a little bit of strings pulled mysteriously. Andrew and Tristan Tate get released. UK says, hold on, slow your roll. We got some charges as well. They start throwing charges at Andrew and Tristan Tate. And these are heinous charges, okay? Epstein activities, and there are multiple counts, okay? We're talking about life upon life in prison. By the way, we're not talking about a few years, we're not even talking about a few decades, we're talking about life counts. You know what I'm saying? So the UK throws that at him, and Andrew and Tristan Tate said, I'm like calling out, who gonna give him a life sentence first? Ooh, I want him. Ooh, Romania. UK said, no. All right, every country they touch, they probably got a charge or two. Damn. Because here's where things start to get wicked.
Break it down.
They come to the United States of America. They go to Florida. They said sentence first. Ooh, I want him. Ooh, Romania said, ooh, I want him back. UK said, no. Ooh, me first. Me first. You know what I'm saying? Because they got charges all across they probably got a charge. Okay, they come to the United States of America. They go to Florida. They said, woo, we're going to be safe here because this is where Donald Trump at. Right? They usually all kind of tweets saying, "Ooh, I love Donald Trump. I love the United States. I love." As soon as they touch down in the U.S. of A., as soon as they touch down, Rob DeSantis, who I believe is the governor, right? And we don't want to overload Mendes' brain by giving her too many things to look up.
He is the governor. I already knew that.
But thank you for this.
He also sucks.
Yes. So Rob DeSantis, as soon as them boys touch down foot, and Andrew Tate, remember, a braggart. He's saying this in an interview. He said, "We're flying on our private jet." You gotta add in the private jet in there. He says, as soon as I touch down in my private jet, boy, them folk come a knocking. Donald, the governor of Florida, said, give me everything. I need everything because we watching you heavy. You not coming here for you. How many charges you got behind you? You got a life sentence here. You got a life. Romania said, what about us? They said, yeah, Romania, y'all too. Y'all got a life sentence here? Y'all got a life sentence there? You think we just gonna let you walk up in here? No. That boy Rob losing it on him. He said, dude, give me everything. Give me it on an interview. Or, excuse me, Tristan wasn't in the interview. It was just Andrew. And this is what Andrew's saying. Y'all think y'all could do this to me? Basically? He said, I'm a Navy SEAL with it. He said, I come over here and they're gonna treat me like I did something wrong. He said, this is what he said. Listen closely, man. Listen close to this next part. He said, but they think it's going to be easy. They act like I don't wipe my phone every night. They act like I don't. They're going to find evidence. Meanwhile, I wipe my phone every night. What? I thought you. Well, now why would an innocent person say that? That's just a curious question for me.
This goof fell off a turnip truck.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say moron. Y'all gotta hear the stupid. Y'all gotta hear this.
Dunce.
Y'all gotta hear this. Y'all gotta hear this.
Raccoons in the chat game.
It gets stupider. It keeps tumbling down because he's talking about some. They're not gonna arrest me though. Just wait. This was a year ago. He said they're not gonna arrest me. Yeah, all right. So during that year, while he is frolicking around Florida, viral videos probably in that space of him coming out and just him and his friends just acting an ass, wilding out, doing ridiculous things, not being good boys. Why is this a problem? You're doing all these things. Oh, okay. So you think you could just come over here and do whatever you want? That's basically what you're telling me. You was in the interviews. You was in interviews talking about me. You know what I'm saying? So the government got a bone to pick. You know what I'm saying? And this governor is under Trump, is right? Ron DeSantis. He like kind of an ally.
Like
right. But you know, but here's the thing, Menda. At the end of the day, you have a job. Okay, so you can abuse your power and you can do all these terrible, terrible things. But to have that power in the first place, you still need the voters, right? So if you let these people run around your state, basically doing whatever you want, they're gonna call you weak. Okay, and you know. Generally, the voters on Donald Trump's side, they don't. We all hate, right? So that's we all hate, right? So that's as soon as they touch down. Remember, that's when Rob got their stuff because he not gonna let them step foot outside with all those charges out without his state seeing. Come out and say, "I got your back." Boy, they looking at Donald Trump. So how Donald Trump gonna look? If he just let him walk around and do whatever he wants. So Rob DeSantis, at this point, we're talking about Rob. So he's sitting there thinking, they gonna look at me. You know what I'm saying? If I don't do something, this and that. And now on top of everything, all these stuff, you're gonna walk around. People got videos of you just partying, wilding out, just doing what you want, and you talking crazy on interviews. You think I'm not gonna send them people after you and arrest you? Are you kidding me? Right? He just waiting. He waiting for the moment the United Kingdom.
Ooh. Yeah, I fuck with him, Chad. I'm being again. I fuck with you. Your money. Big buyouts for Zay.
They say, we want them now. And the crazy part is the United Kingdom is not even asking for real. And they got charges. Send them over. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. Send them over. That's people are. And Rob DeSantis immediately, he said, "Oh, I've been waiting for this day." He said, "No, you didn't have to tell me twice." So that's why Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate immediately get booked, right? They get arrested. Now, you know, people are sitting there in Donald Trump's ear, and I could tell you this probably 80%, 90% fact that they're probably telling Donald, if you go and you release those Tate brothers, then you're a moron. You're going to actually hand your career over. It's done. Because remember, they're looking at Donald Trump for the Epstein activity thing. Then that's slightly dying down a little, and y'all saw what Donald Trump had to do to let that slightly die down a little. He needed to escape the public eye. He needed to shut his mouth. And that's a hard thing for Donald to do. But this is something that's going to stay in the back of people's minds. And they're just waiting. You know, they're waiting for another spark. They're waiting for another moment. Yeah. One more. And this is one of those sparks. This is one of those moments. You got a Andrew Tate, you got a Tristan Tate. You hear the Epstein activities. People go, "Oh, yeah, we were talking about Donald Trump and the Epstein activities." So Donald Trump was probably already thinking like, damn, why didn't folk have to come over here right now? You know what I'm saying? So then Donald Trump, imagine him saying, "I released them," or I'm not going to extradite them. First of all, UK is going to be, so F me, right? Oh, I thought we had a treaty for a couple 100 years and all that. So F me. It's going to be F me. Right? So first of all, that's immediately don't talk to the UK about nothing. Over Andrew Tate. Can you imagine sacrificing a whole treaty between two countries for Andrew Tate? Let's put that on the side. Okay. So Donald Trump, he might. That's a crazy part. If we're talking about a normal person, a normal president, that's one thing. But Donald Trump, he's hilarious because he might push those boundaries just because he's one of those braggarts. He's one of those people that says, you know, but I want to do it though. What about me? What about what I want? But it's one of those things that might be even too far for him. So he'd probably be like, let me weigh my options because all this for Andrew Tate. I don't know about that. Okay. So let's put that to the side. Okay. What about the Epstein stuff? Yeah, you don't want that to be brought up again. You don't want that to be hashed out again. Now, people are saying the crazy part is Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, they might have stuff on people. They're calling themselves PIM, you know, there must be a clientele, you know? Like, who are they doing these things for? These are the questions, okay? And they've been seen with some very high-profile people before, okay? So people are saying, like, if it comes to Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate versus, or you know, more high-profile people, they're going to try to get as many years off of themselves as they possibly can. So this can turn to a situation that's much bigger than it seems, okay? So just know this. If for some reason Donald Trump decides that he's going to stop the extradition, which would be insane, and which would probably, that would be mind-blowing, right? But if he does it, if he does something so insane, so mind-blowing, oh, he's on that Tate list.
Yeah, he got some crazy photos.
He got or him or his sons, or because Andrew Tate, big friend, he's a buddy. He's a buddy of remember, he's Donald Trump's younger son, Barron. He loves the guy, but he's also friends. Andrew Tate is friends with another son of Donald. I don't know. I forget which sons are which. But
dick sucking going on.
You know, that dude might be on the list too. Okay. Anyway, regardless, Andrew Tate has been arrested, and what happens next might be massive. Might be a lot bigger than people are seeing now, or it might not. He might have done all this stuff with some low level people, and he might just go to jail.
Jamie, you know what I'm saying? Always get us right with the news. That was dropped 3 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Always get us right with the news. So he's actually gaming right now. Gaming.
For my life. All right, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna get another one going soon enough. I'm gonna edit.
But you know, he's actually live right now. Oh, he's about to end right now. Are there any other videos? All right, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna start watching his stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start watching more of his stuff on Discord. I'm about to drop the link in the Discord so you guys can join Discord. You know what I'm saying? Just so you guys can join the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Whenever Xavier drop a video, you know what I'm saying? I gotta let me know. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys join the Discord. You know what I'm saying? We'll be reacting to all the Xavier videos from here on out on the Discord. Yes, shout out YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Buzz up, Pila. Now. Ooh. Bless you, thank you. You know what I'm saying? On social media and stuff like that for like hours and hours and hours. Feel like I haven't really been able. Ooh, snapper. I'm tired. But you know, just you know what I'm saying? Look at social media. So without further ado,
they tried to break into the movies using their very own Trojan horse.
We only have one ticket to see the Odyssey, but I have to sneak my boys in. Get in there! To victory.
That's a good idea.
I think we're inside.
One ticket to see the Odyssey.
I think we made it past.
Oh, go ahead. Thank you, good sir. Guys, we gotta scram, dude.
Yeah, you guys can't bring this in, unfortunately.
Bro, they was almost there, bro. They was dead ass almost there. It was dead ass almost there, bro. But why you had to run? You just had to walk. Why you had to run? You just had to walk. Oh my goodness, dog. Niggas got too excited.
I think we made it past.
Oh, go ahead. Thank you, good sir.
You got too excited, bro. All you had to do was just walk, bro. All you had to do was just walk. Just keep it cool, bro. And instead... Then he want to sit there and look like nigga, walk.
We gotta scram, dude.
Yeah, you guys can't bring this in, unfortunately.
W Wells, let me get a big buyout.
Oh my god.
Still.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hold up. That bitch was trying to take them out. Oh hell.
Oh my god.
That motherfucker flipped that whole goddamn boat up, and next thing you know, everybody in the belly.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
Yo, what is going on? This is a baby.
Oh my god!
Here we go.
Oh god! Oh shit! Really, son, bro? Come on, game. A big ass fucking tornado. Oh shit! Look at this tornado, dog. That's a big ass tornado. God damn, niggas is outside. Shit.
Hey, watch Jay turn,
God
bro.
damn.
Turn.
Bro, nigga hit that turn a little bit too hard.
Hey, watch Jay turn, bro. Watch Jay turn. Turn sharp as hell, look.
Bro, he seen it right before the turn because he knew son. Look at this nigga. Bro, why my computer be fucking up?
Turn sharp as hell, look.
Look at that nigga face smirking like a motherfucker. Oh,
This dog
shit.
has a...
Spam that shit. WPS.
These guys were recording this huge iceberg near Greenland when this...
Nah, you see, look, when I see one rock ball, bitch, hey, put in reverse Terry, time to go. Time to get the fuck on. Y'all niggas tripping. Fuck that shit. First off, it's too cold for me to be out there to be looking at glaciers anyway. The fuck? Why am I? Hell nah. Oh, you think I'm about to be on the water next to a glacier? Bitch, have y'all learned from the Titanic? Man, you see this? You see this glacier? This bit about the size of the goddamn MetLife Stadium under the water. You think I'm about to go around that? No! On a boat? Hell no. They coming for two. Like, hell no, nigga. Let's go. Y'all niggas going closer? Bitch. You better go, nigga. You better go. See me. Y'all got it. Y'all got this.
Carrots, chicken.
Train that cat.
Benjamin!
I do the same thing.
What's up, man? Hey!
Hey, that nigga was some pussy, man. Yeah, that nigga was some pussy, man. That nigga said, look, prono. Hey, that nigga was some pussy. Hey, he trying to let y'all know that nigga. Yeah. He said, let me do shit just like that. Yeah.
I don't think he checked the measurements when he bought the...
Get you right. Yeah, get you right. Yeah.
His tent online.
He took shit like a guinea pig.
La que ordenó el jumping por ti.
Alright guys, little update. Whoa. What the heck is that? Is that a tornado in the sky? Or am I tripping?
Okay, so guys, I just moved.
I'm going the other way. Go inside, go to sleep. Goddamn, guess what? That shit going on outside, I will be getting the best sleep of my life. Tripping, we think. A tornado in the sky? Man, we just seen a large tornado at the beginning of the video. If I see a large tornado in the sky, yeah, they got something going on. They need to hear it. Hey, look, this not no human shit. That's not no human shit. They got some type of warfare going on, spiritual warfare, XYZ. They got to handle up to say God handle that, you know what I'm saying? Because you go win at the end of the day. I'm going to take my black ass to sleep, okay? They got a tornado in the sky with a whole bunch of electricity flying around. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck myself in. Not doing that. Yeah.
in this new house, and like I've been hearing some weird sounds from the toilet, but I don't really know.
I've never seen somebody pet an octopus before.
Fuck, bitch, bro. Okay, shit, man.
Somebody pet an octopus before.
Pet an octopus. Can you spot the octopus? I can't see no fucking octopus. You can see the octopus?
Alright, bye-bye. Alright, bye-bye. Love you.
Man, spare body. You think I'm about to pet that? I'm thinking this motherfucker about Eddie Furry. And spam WPS right motherfucking now. Talking about petting the octopus. This the octopus you pet, bitch.
Wait, watch the
You done fucked her shit up.
Love you. Wait, watch the
She was trying to improve her drawing skills by learning to trace.
How the fuck?
천사 떼봐도 돼? 천사 떼봐도 돼?
She just fucked around and drew a whole goddamn bubble guppy, goddamn. What the hell? That's a whole fucking bubble guppy. What the hell?
천사 떼봐도 돼?
Okay.
Like this nigga just boomerang a fucking car. Nigga say yeah, talent, man.
These people were trying to board this ferry, but the sea had other plans.
Man, I swear niggas don't be thinking, bro. Cause ain't no way I'm about to be ain't no way I'm supposed to get. It's what? Cause that shit happened soon as they made it. Well, imagine they was on the, and the next thing you know, it didn't. Yeah. They better take them in there.
Okay guys, welcome to our new video. I'm gonna show you some
I've never seen a kid so excited with their dessert.
Okay, I see you. With that bitch, cut. With that bitch, cut. Ew. Shit.